you talked about, how you got into cars, the sound of turbos and whatnot. Yeah, great. So from listening to Sound of Turbo, I'm assuming you started doing some homework on understanding turbo. Where did you take that turbo interest, and what was the next phase to building a supercar?
In life, everything is down to knowledge.
Yep.
Okay, you cannot follow anything blindly, and you cannot just fall into the traps of people telling you things. Okay, so what you need to do in life for anything, do your own research. Okay, and obviously with some of the back then friends, I do really appreciate their time and effort. We may not be friends now, but with their knowledge, their time, you have to pick the right people in your life who can actually guide you in every aspect of your life. So for me, obviously, you have to do your homework, you have to do your research, you have to get along with people who know their stuff, and then what you absorb, then you research it back to understand that it is making sense and factually it is right. So you can't just rely on half-cooked eggs and misinformation and things of that nature, right? So for me, obviously, I had to learn about things.
You've actually physically did homework.
Well, obviously.
See what I mean,
yeah.
man?
So,
this is
so
what I mean.
that,
This is the difference between numpty like myself, yeah, who goes and starts smashing it, learn, and smart master degree, yeah, brains, yeah, who actually sit there, calculate, do the homework, do the research. Jesus
so
Christ,
the thing is,
man,
I
it's
tell you
just
this.
insane.
I tell you this, yeah. I would have not spent the amount of time studying my coursework and stuff, the amount of hours I've spent searching modifications, turbos, combustion, turbos,
No way.
gear.
To this
all
day,
of
yeah,
that,
I've been into cars since I was 16. Yeah, I don't think I've done any of that. Why? How? How did you manage to do that? Why did you do that? How do you even get to that?
Okay, things do come sometimes the hard way, right?
Okay.
So it's all about practice makes things perfect, right? But
When you say hold on. When you say practice, my idea of practice here is battering it and smashing it, then learning it. But you're actually studying it. Okay. That's a different route.
So realization has to come in early in life. For specifically in this matter, we know that the car scene, especially when you do the high-end stuff, is not cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. So technically, the margin of error is really thin. Okay. To avoid the financial, sort of like backlash, you have to do your study. So initially, obviously, okay, do this Chinese, that, eBay this, eBay that. On a dyno, things blow, right?
Yeah.
So I had to then sort of like leave things to professionals at the time and do my own homework, and ask them questions. Okay, what is tau? What is the clearance? Okay, what are the tolerances? What tolerances mean, right? So to that degree, I had to educate myself on the topic to sort of like then eventually do it myself. Because technically, if you are building things of that nature, right, the shelf or the shelf life, you can say, of those engines are possibly 1 or 2 years, depending on how you sort of like drive and what sort of event you attend and things of that nature. But again, it's down to the people that you know, the network that you have, and obviously the friends that you befriend, and they have to be people of either the same caliber of knowledge or above me. So I always humble myself by surrounding myself around people who know things more than me and better than me, because I learn my things from them and I do value and appreciate their time and effort. And then I love to share that back to people who needs to know things, right? And obviously this is my hobby, and the same principle applies in almost all aspects of my life, be it is my professional life, be it is my religious obligations and duties, be it is about, you know, the family, be it is about the culture, anything you name it. My principles are befriend people that are, you know, above you in every aspect, and be humble in your life. Never showing off is what? I mean, like, that's a curse in itself, right? To me, like, if I can afford to wear a Rolex, okay.
I think I'm taken a long time to get to that point exactly. I've learned that now. I wish I had that mindset back then. Maybe I would be, my life would be slightly different. I'm learning it now. You know what I mean? If I can get that, why do I have to show it to you and so forth?
So, but the thing is, look, it's all about priorities in life, right? What you prioritize. Either you prioritize to be a show-off, you know, just for 2 seconds of wow, yeah. You put your savings, your other bits online just to please others, or you can actually save money and invest it in bits that can, you know, self-generate.
It comes down to that you're buying it for you,
Exactly.
or you're buying it to show PJ. Do you know what I mean? It's like that.
Exactly. So you know, in life you have to set your priorities, set your goals, right? And for youngsters, obviously I have younger brother, I have younger cousins, you know, and my take is that, you know, set your priority. You know, the peak of your life, which can make you and break you, is the golden time of between 20 and 25. In this age bracket, if you understand your priorities, if you set up objectives in your life, so obviously that's the most difficult time for any teenager, because they feel being, you know, freedom for the first time, you know, clubbing, nights out, shisha cafes, all of those, right? It's difficult for them to focus, right, to divert and think of a life ahead of them, right? But if they focus in that time frame, set objectives in their life, that 5-6 years of struggle can actually is a blank check for the rest of their lives. Okay.
How would you now pass on that message? Where did you get that? And how would you get the next generation of kids in that age bracket to understand that?
Okay, so I see a lot of these youngsters falling to the mirage of social media. Okay. Not every drug dealer is Pablo Escobar. Okay, not every software engineer is Bill Gates. Okay, so you have to realize the reality of your life. What is realistic for me? Okay, if I'm a drug dealer, okay, I know that my lifespan is 5 to 6 years. Yeah, if I'm lucky, it may extend, either dead or in prison.
Yeah, exactly.
If I am kind of like, you know, a person who's looking into, you know, like the low, you know, the minimum national wage sort of thing, currently I'm earning, there's no shame in that, right? But, you know, and then if my earnings is 50 quid and my expense just to show off, just to be at the same level of this social media hype, is £500, and I've put myself into loans and all sorts of
that's
crap.
what society's got kids believing, though, man. How do we change that mindset?
Exactly. So this is the thing. You know, they have to have the reality check in.
It's easier said than done, though, isn't it? So this is what I'm trying to get.
False reality, isn't it?
Yeah.
False reality,
Yeah.
social media.
You know why we had that opportunity? Because one, we had lack of such exposure, and secondly, we always had elders to look onto.
So what's missing? Elders or?
Difficult to say, right? Two households, two brothers are not the same. You know, it's difficult to pinpoint what exactly is happening. But the biggest factor is me, myself, and I. In a sense that I should sit and I should tell myself, okay, I should say that, okay, these are my goals. This is what I want to be at 30, at 35, at 40.
Life goals, basically, yeah.
Exactly. So that the moment you have that 2 hours of realization in your life, you know, reality will hit you as if a truck hit you. yeah, then you will say, damn it, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time? I'm earning £1,200 pushing trolleys in Sainsbury's, but I've leased the car £600-700. What are you doing? You know, like, save that. You know, save that.
But society got us living like that, man. That's the problem.
It's the social media, I think,
Social
the hype.
media and these I don't want to use the word fuckwit influencers out there, yeah, screaming and shouting. Okay, and they've got these kids, yeah, so messed up, yeah. It's unreal, and this is what I want to get across through these videos, yeah. Exactly that point. Please stop showing off unnecessarily. Live within your means, isn't it? In other words.
Exactly, but if you're blessed, there's no harm in doing it.
Yeah, of course,
okay?
of
There's
course.
no
But there are people out there, yeah, flossing with empty pocket. That's the problem.
You know,
So true.
I tell you this: we had pocket money.
Yeah.
Okay, all of us had.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We could have easily asked our elders to pay us for certain things, but we always had that unnecessary ego that why am I going to ask him, being a 19-year-old or 10-year-old
Yeah,
guy,
exactly.
right? So what I used to do, I used to actually save my money, save my lunch money actually,
Yeah.
to
I
support
used to save my
exhaust.
bus fare.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, to save exhaust, to buy exhaust, or to buy induction kit for back in the day, right? So in a way, that money could have easily gone me clubbing, for example, me going out with my friends and ending up taking drugs, okay? But look, there is always two sides, always, right?
Okay.
I know we are talking about responsible, yeah, but at the same time, the same thing is kind of like, you know, blessings in the sky, because I could have actually used that money for anything that I shouldn't have been and destroyed my life, right? But at the same time, within my means, you know, I had to flex within my means. So the point should be the moderation in everything, right? So you should not flex beyond your means, and neither.
Yeah, but you're talking from a point of view of your age group, yeah. But these kids, yeah, have social media. They gotta please, isn't it? Okay. How do you get that through to them? Yeah, look, live within your means. Yeah. When they're going onto social media, they're seeing all these knob jockeys here, flossing here, not telling them exactly how it's coming across.
You have to explain. You have to elaborate. You know, like why, what is the reason, right? Don't spend, you know, £10 buying a game, but you know, save that and buy yourself something else. Yeah. So that's something comes from, you know, from a father or from a person who is.
Absolutely. I learned that valuable lesson myself at the age of 16. I wanted a computer, a Dell computer. It was like, you know, custom built it myself, 900 odd quid. Back then, 900 odd quid or something. I managed to downscale it back to like, you know, 500-600. And I said to my dad, I want it, you know. And he went, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll give you half if you go earn half. Yeah, if you go earn half yourself, I'll give you half. I went, all right, cool. I didn't have a job, innit? I was 16, just turned 16. I went and got a job. I was in college, literally first year of college, got a job and saved money. And that's how I got it. Literally, and when it came to it, he held his end of the bargain and I held my end. But it came to a point where I said, listen, it's cool. I got it. Now, if I need, I'll ask you. But he did still help me regardless. But yeah, that lesson taught me a lot in life. On a serious note. But crying for a PlayStation as a kid, yeah, and getting a PlayStation as a kid, you know, however many weeks I've cried, to actually buying it myself, however many months I saved and bought it, you turn around and appreciate your parents even more and think, you know, man, you know, was doing delivery drivings and whatever not, and sacrificed a lot. But that life lesson sticks with you.
Exactly, because as a child you're like, you know, like a phone. You absorb, and then you remember things for life, right? And it is important to have that, you know, that friend approach than actually, you know, the traditional Central Asian father figure, you know, like. And secondly, I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think life has gone way too busier for everyone, right? the working patterns for any earning father back in the day was never like this. So parents are actually spending less time with their kids because life is so busy for everyone, right? For me, sometimes it's almost 7 days of work. Okay, but then again, balancing that.
How do you balance? You got the bills are shooting.
Bro, I
out
mean,
the
like,
roof.
okay, it's never about the bills. Okay, it's never about the bills.
Why else are you working?
No, but look, in life when you're in certain positions, responsibilities are on your shoulder, right? So it's never about the bills anymore. It's about completing tasks, projects, delivering projects, right? Obviously, money is part of your work anyways. It will come regardless, yeah, and bills will always be there, so you have to pay them, right? But again, you know, like life in general has gone much more busier than what it used to be.
Absolutely.
You know, and that takes away a huge time, a crucial time that where parents should be spending, you know.
Let me bring that right back to your initial point then. Now, do you think that is the issue? With parents being a lot at work, because of obviously having to work a lot, and these youngsters looking at to these influencers or stuff like that. Now, see, there's a flip side to this story, see?
I think we got to an answer there.
Yeah.
So what is it? Who do we blame? The government?
I think just the way life is...
It's all about balancing.
What do you mean? How can you balance it if the government is just making it harder and harder and harder?
So look, a standard household, right? Father and mother are working. Fine?
Yeah.
Mother has to take a job where father is back from work. Okay?
Yeah.
So father is back from work, mother is gone.
Out.
So father is already tired, mother is gone. Child, okay, no matter what, give him food, put him on a computer, give her the phone, as long as I'm not disturbed. Yeah.
Wow, that is it, isn't it? That's
but
it.
the thing is, look, our elders, had much more physical job than us.
Yeah.
But credit to them, that despite their physical tiredness, their mental stress, money wasn't abandoned back in the day. Yeah. Now people earn way more. I know expenses are high as well at the same time, but they were much more tired than us.
100.
But still they had that responsibility. Yeah. Us now, we do 7-8 hour shift and we are dead tired looking for a bed or sofa, right? We never give that. In fact, there's a study on, like how certain, hormones are released in child's body and brain when they specifically have interactive time with their father.
No way.
I'll share that. In fact, I'll share that. So there's this psychologist or psychiatrist. I'll share that with you. It's quite strange and, But again, the point is that that gap is basically with the father or mother time is filled by social media.
I think key is having taken an interest in your child's interests or bringing them into your interests. Like, for example, the car scene. Say, come with me. Let me show you, let's show you some cars, or let me show you this, or, like that. I think that it's that bonding, spending time and building social skills, not social media skills.
Exactly. So for me, the thing is, look, I am super protective of my daughter, okay? And to a point that I tell a mother that you've given her birth, but I've got postnatal depression. I have to be honest.
It's all right, bro.
I
feel you.
In a way that, that I'm super
100
protected of her. If she's running with her, socks on, I tell her that no, you're not running. Yeah, to that degree.
Right, guys, it's time to wrap this up. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let's pay homage to Azim and Ahmed.
Thank you
very much, guys. It's been an absolute honor to get to know you guys a bit better and hear your stories and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Do remember to go and subscribe to our channels on all the social medias. Azim, shout out your channels, dude.
So I'm on pretty much every social media platform. Different story, I don't know how to use them, but it's ace_world, so that's where all my music is. And just a quick thank you, PJ. Thank you for having both of us on it. And guys watching this, support your own boys, support this podcast, share it out, like it, subscribe it. And yeah, in the comments, give some comments. Who do you want to see on here? Who do you want to see on here? Yeah, 100. He's doing this for the community.
You know what I mean? Getting people together, getting people to talk.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
It's for the community and for you guys. So you know what? Get on this.
That's it. Boom.
Bow.